Hey everybody, Sean from Media Assault here, and I wasn't planning on doing a video review today, but I happened to just stumble upon the Human Centipede on Netflix Watch Instantly, and I just had to do a quick review of it, just get my thoughts about the film online. If you're not familiar with what the Human Centipede is about, I can explain it to you, but what I would really caution you, if you're easily offended or you're under the age of 18 or whatever constitutes easily offended anymore, you may want to not watch this video because it's not exactly family friendly. But basically what it is three human beings are connected ass to mouth by a surgeon, a crazed surgeon, of course. This was written and directed by a man named Tom Six, who claims that he wants to tell stories that have never been told before, or at least haven't been told the same way 100 times, something to that effect. He thinks that it's his lot in life to push boundaries and tell stories that have never been told before. Whether or not he succeeds with this film, I'll leave that up to the individual who may want to watch it, but my personal opinion is this is a story that's been told before. It's just that the actual horrific part of it, what is actually done to the women in peril, hasn't been done before, or at least not on film anyway. Basically, this is a pretty well-worn build-up. You've got two women who are on vacation in Germany, and they get a flat tire. They can't get a cell phone signal, so they need someone to contact the rental car company to come out and fix their tire because they can't change the tire. And for some reason, instead of staying on the road, they wander through the woods, and they find this house that's owned by Dr. Joseph Heider, who is apparently, or was, a famous surgeon in Germany. He was well known for separating Siamese twins. Well, now he's apparently gone off the deep end, and he's got this thing about connecting people. And you see him at the beginning of the film looking sort of lovingly at this picture of three dogs that seem to be connected all together. Or they're just standing really close to each other. I'm not really sure. You can't really see too well in the picture, but after the movie's over, you kind of remember and go, oh yeah, that's what was going on. And then he buries these dogs in front of his house with a tombstone that reads, "My sweet three dog," or something like that. Anyway, these girls go into the house and they ask him if they can use the phone, and he says, oh, sure. And he'll actually even make the phone call for them. And then they ignore one of the first rules that you should know if you wander into somebody's house: don't accept a drink. So he drugs them, and they end up in his basement on gurneys next to a trucker that the evil doctor had tranquilized earlier in the film. And realizing that the trucker doesn't match the body type of these two rather nubile young females, he kills the trucker, and he has to get another person to complete the set. So he goes out and he gets somebody younger. He gets this Japanese guy. And then he proceeds to explain what he's going to do to them, much to their chagrin. They're all tied up and bound, and they can't really do anything except scream a lot. And that's what they do. And then after he explains what he's going to do to them, he does it. And I thought that would end up being the end of the film. You know, you'd see the creation, trot out from behind a curtain or something, and the credits would roll, and that'd be the end of it. But the way the film was proceeding, it looked like that was going to be the middle of the movie, and that's what it was. So basically you're left with, okay, what's going to happen to these three unfortunate people, and what's going to happen to this doctor? And I won't say, but as strange and horrifying as the concept may sound, this is a well-made film. And it's a movie that doesn't do the things that you'd expect it to do. Like I said, I thought it was going to end with the creation of the human centipede, and it doesn't. And it also doesn't try to super gross you out. I mean, the concept is certainly gross out worthy, but the actual execution of it, while horrifying in your mind, it's not depicted as super gross. It's actually a bit restrained, if you can believe it. There's not a lot of gore in this film. It's certainly not scary, although there are some tense moments. There's nothing that either gets under your skin and creeps you out once the credits roll, and there's certainly nothing that makes you jump in your seat. You just sort of squirm for an hour and a half, which I think is what Tom Six was going for. And in that case, it's very effective. It certainly looks great. The cinematography is more than adequate. The direction is really good. Dieter Laser, I'm wondering if that's his real name, the guy that plays the mad surgeon, he's actually a very effective villain, and he's not a bad actor. He's a little over the top, but the character calls for that. The girls, you know, they're adequate, doing what they need to do, which is scream and cry and you know, look horrified. And the young man that is the front end of the centipede, the Japanese guy, he's pretty good too. So I don't hate this movie. It's certainly not a movie I would recommend to your grandma. But if you're a horror fan and you're looking for something different, it certainly fits the bill. Is it great cinema? No. Is it super disgusting? No. I would hesitate to call it thought-provoking, because it certainly isn't that. But it's a well-made, creepy little movie with a really disturbing premise. And that's about all I can say about it. If I was going to rate it, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. It does what it does very well, and had the guts to pull it off, and somehow did it without making me want to throw up. And to its credit, I will tip my hat to it. Apparently there is a sequel in the works, The Human Centipede 2, the full sequence. The full title of The Human Centipede, by the way, is The Human Centipede, the first sequence. So Tom Six is apparently making a second one. I'm not sure how that's going to pan out. I don't know that we'll have the same doctor, or how they're going to work that, or I have no idea. But I might actually check it out. I don't know. But if you know what you're getting yourself into, The Human Centipede's worth a look. That's about all I can say. So there you go. There's my review of The Human Centipede, kind of a bonus review, because I wasn't expecting to do a review tonight. But there you have it. So check out all my other reviews here on Media Assault, the channel on YouTube, and by all means, if you like this video or any of the others, hit the subscribe button. I'd certainly appreciate it. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.